Next we turn
Daniel
and went up along the road toward Bashan and Og. Next we turn
King of Bashan
and went up along the road toward Bashan, marched out
and
to meet
Og.
us in battle.
King of Bashan,
Edra, with his whole army, marched out to meet us in battle.
do
not be afraid of him, Edra, for I have delivered him.
The Lord
into your
said
hand.
to me,
Do not be afraid of him in his land, for I have delivered him into your hand.
do to him
along with
you
his
did
whole
to
army in his land.
Shihon,
King
do to
of the
him
Ammonites, what you did to
who reigned in
Shihon,
Heshbon.
King of the
So the Lord our
Ammonites,
God also gave into our hands Og,
who
king
reigned
of
in
Bashan,
Heshbon, and all his army.
So the Lord our God also
We struck
gave into
them
our
down,
hands Og,
leaving no
king of
survivors.
Bashan,
And all his
At
army.
that time, we took all
We
his
struck
cities.
them down, leaving no survivors.
There was not one of the
At that
60
time,
cities
we took
that
all
we
his
did not
cities
take.
from them.
There was not one of the,
The
60
whole
cities
reign of
that we did not take
from them.
Argob, OG's
The whole
kingdom,
reign
and Bashan.
of all these cities
Argob,
OG's
kingdom, and Bashan.
fortified with high
All these
walls
cities and
were
with gates and bars.
fortified,
And there
with high
were also
walls,
a great many, and with gates
unwalled
and
villages.
bars. And there
We
were
completely
also
destroyed
a
them,
great many,
as we had
unwalled
done.
villages, which Shihon, king of
We
Heshbon,
completely destroyed them,
as
destroying
we
every
had
city,
done, men,
with
women,
Shihon,
and
king
children.
of Heshbon,
But all the livestock
destroying every
in
city,
the plunder from their
men,
cities,
women,
we
and
carried
children.
off for ourselves.
But all the livestock
So at that
in
time,
the plunder from their
we took
cities,
from these two
we
kings
carried off for ourselves.
of the Amorites, the
So at that
territory
time,
east of the Jordan.
we took from these two kings
from the Amorites,
Arnon
the
Gorge,
territory east of the
as
Jordan,
far as Mount Hermon.
from the
Hermon is called
Arnon Gorge,
Syria,
as far as
by
Mount
the
Hermon. Sidonians,
Hermon is called
the Amorites,
Syrian
called it
by the
Sidonians. The Amorites,
We took all
called
the towns
it of the Sinir plateau, and all
We took
Gilead,
all the towns
of
in
the
all
Bashan plateau, as
in
far
all
as
Gilead,
Salika,
in all
and
Bashan,
Edrei, towns
as
of
far
OG's
as
kingdom,
Salika,
and Bashan,
and
Edrei,
OG king of
towns
Bashan,
of OG's kingdom,
was the last of the
and Bashan.
of the Rephites.
OG king of Bashan,
His bed was decorated
was the
with
last
iron.
of the
Rephites.
and was more than 9 cubits long.
His bed was
and
decorated
4
with
cubits
iron.
wide. It is still
It was more
than 9
Rabbi
cubits long
of
and
the
4 cubits
Ammonites.
wide. It is still
of the land that
Rabbi
we took over at that time.
of the Ammonites.
I gave the
Reubenites
of the land
that we
the
took over at that time.
Gadites.
I gave the territory
Reubenites
north of
and the
Aroer by
Gadites.
the Arnon Gorge. The
including
territory
half
north of
the
Aroer
hill country
by the
of
Arnon
Gilead,
Gorge, including
together
half
with its towns.
the hill
The rest of
country
Gilead,
of Gilead, and also
together
all of
with its
Bashan,
towns.
the king of Og.
The rest of Gilead I gave to
and
the half
also
tribe.
all of Bashan, the king of
Manasseh.
Og.
I
the
gave
whole
to the half
region.
tribe
And Argob
Manasseh,
and Bashan, the whole
used
region,
to be known as the
and
land
Argob
of the Rephites,
and Bashan, used
Jair,
to be known as the land of the Rephites.
Manasseh,
Jair,
whole
a
region.
descendant of Argob,
Manasseh,
as far as the border
took the whole
of the
region.
Geshurites
Of Argob,
as
and
far
the
as the border
Maccathites.
of the
It was named
Geshurites.
after him.
And
So
the
that to this day,
Maccathites.
Bashan is
It was
called
named after him.
Havoth Jair.
So that to this day, Bashan
and I gave Gilead
is called
to Havoth
Jair.
But to the Reubenites, and I gave Gilead to and the Gadites. I gave the territory, but to the Reubenites, extending from Gilead down to the Arnon Gorge. I gave the territory of the gorge, extending from Gilead down to the Arnon Gorge, out to the middle of the gorge, Jabbok River, being the border, which is and out the border of the Ammonites. Jabbok River, its western border, which was the border of the Ammonites, and its western border from was the Jordan to the sea of the Arabah, from that is the Dead Sea to the sea of the slopes of Arabah, Pisgah, that is the Dead Sea. Below, I commanded you at the slopes of the Lord your God has given you this land to take possession. I commanded you at the time, but all the Lord your God has given you this land for battle to take possession of. Must cross over, but all your able-bodied men, however, for battle, your wives must cross over, children and your other Israelites. I know, however, you have much livestock. Your wives, your children, stay in the towns and your livestock I have given you. I know until the Lord you have much livestock to your fellow Israelites. May stay in the towns I have given you. And until the Lord gives rest over to your fellow Israelites, that the Lord your God is giving He has to across the Jordan. And they too have taken over the land. May go back that the Lord your God is giving them I have given across the Jordan. After that, at that each time, of you I commanded Joshua back to the possession you have seen I have given with your own eyes. All that at that time I commanded Joshua to these two kings. You have seen with your own eyes. Will do the same. All that the Lord your God has done over there to these two kings. You are going. The Lord will do the same to all the kings over there. Fight for you where you are going. At that time, do not be afraid of the Lord. The Lord your God Himself will fight for you. To show at that time, I pleaded with the Lord, and your strong sovereign Lord. For what you have begun to show in heaven or on to your servant, who can your do greatness and your strong and works of you. For what God is there in heaven or on earth, who can do the deeds and mighty works of you? Let me go over and see the good land beyond the Jordan, that fine hill country. Let me go over Lebanon and see the good land. But because beyond the Jordan, the Lord was angry. That fine hill country with me in Lebanon. And would not listen but because to me. Of you the Lord was angry. That is enough. With me, the Lord said, and would not do not speak to me anymore about this matter. That go is enough. Up to the top, the Lord said. Do not speak to me anymore about this matter. Go and up to the top west of and north and south and east. Look at the land with your own eyes. And since north, you are not and going south to cross this Jordan. Look at the land with your own eyes. And since you are not going to cross this Jordan, for He will lead this people commission Joshua and will cause them to inherit the land and strengthen him that you will see. For He will lead this people across in the valley and will cause them to inherit the land that you will see. So we stay in the valley near Beth Peor.